guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a recipe on stuffed peppers, and it's like a super simple recipe. Of course, this is what I use to make mine. There are numerous ways to make stuffed peppers, and everybody kind of has their own way and just tweaks it as necessary, but me, I just opt for the super simple way. And these are the ingredients that I use. Of course, everything will be linked down below, so if you want to try out my recipe, please feel free to do so. So starting off, we have the everybody knows what this is, EVOO, and this is for your pan when you're cooking your ground beef, and toward the end you just kind of drizzle a little bit over your peppers before they go in the oven. I use Parmesan and Romano cheese, and this is to go in the mixture of the ground beef and onions and everything. Pepper to season, garlic powder to season, seasoned salt and or salt. I mean, this is kind of, I put them both up here. No, I don't use both because that's double salt, but I prefer the seasoned salt. Someone else may just like plain salt, so this is kind of optional right here. And of course, this is also optional, the Worcestershire sauce. I put this in just for a little added flavor in the meat. There is also mozzarella cheese that I use to top the peppers before they go into the oven. I have 4 different colored bell peppers here. Of course, you can use all green, all red, all yellow, all orange, or I just kind of chose 4 different ones this time. So I have each 4 colors right here. And of course, your marinara or your favorite spaghetti sauce of your choice. Again, this is just Prego is the one that I chose because this is what we like to use. There are numerous brands that you can choose from. A onion that you're going to need, I opted this time for the already prepared and cut up onion. It will need to be diced, and these are already diced, so I just kind of did the quick way out. And of course you will need your ground beef. I am using ground sirloin. I just prefer that. Of course, again, you use whichever choice cut of meat of your choice. So those are the ingredients that I use again for my super simple recipe. If you would like to see how things turn out, just stay tuned because we are about to get it. I'm going to start off with a little bit of our EVOO and just kind of put it in our pan. We're going to saute our onions in that first. Just kind of move it around to get it all nice and coated. As long as the bottom's coated, you're pretty safe. And once that heats up for a few minutes, which I've had my pan heating up so it won't take long for that, because I can already see it changing and little ripples are getting in it. So once that is heated up, go ahead and stick your onions in, and it's sizzling so we know it is good and hot. Turn that down just a tad. So we just kind of move them around. We want them brown, but not like cooked completely, because our meat is going to cook with these as well. Everything goes flying out of it as well. There's your ground beef in, and then I do my seasoning to taste, which add a little garlic, a little seasoned salt, and a dash of pepper around here as well. We do want our meat seasoned. And that ought to do it. Give that another good stir here. Over here, and I kind of already sliced up my peppers. I do them in half. That's just the way I like to do them, just something different instead of having them stand up. You get more, I guess. Instead of just 4, I have 8 now. So, you know, I just change it up. So you can either do it this way or you can do it with them standing and then you just cut them out. But since we have them this way, now that they're cut in half, I take my knife or spoon, whichever you prefer, and just kind of get in here and get the seeds out and everything. And then I'll do a quick rinse off so that they're not anything left over. Now we got our peppers all cleaned, rinsed. On our cookie sheet, I put foil down to line it in case of spills, and I actually sprayed it because I didn't want the peppers to stick or anything that if it fell out for them to stick. So now we're ready to stuff. Alright, now that we got our meat and our onions nice and cooked, depending on how much fat is in there, you do need to drain your fat out and then return your meat back to the pan, or if you just want to do the old-fashioned scoop, you're more than welcome to do that. But now we're going to drain our fat out of the pan, and then we're going to add our sauce into it. Alright, now we got our meat all nice and drained. There's no more extra fat. So we're going to add in your marinara sauce, or whichever spaghetti sauce you would like to use, your favorite. Either one. That dumps. Dump. So that was 1 whole can. I think you just kind of have to eyeball it depending on how much you're going to need. But I bought 2 because you never really know once you get to cooking. And it's always nice to just have your extra one. Oh, that smells so good with the marinara, the onion, and the ground sirloin. Oh my goodness. So we're mixing that all up. Once it's nice and mixed, this is where I bring in my Parmesan cheese. So we're gonna dump. It's probably about a cup is what I about use. I never really measure it, but it comes out to about a cup. Right, once you got your cheese in, you've got your Worcestershire. Again, this is optional, but I just added in as just a twanginess, a little extra flavor. I just kind of put a couple of little drops in there. A little goes a long way with that anyway. I'm going to give it a good stir. Okay, now we got that good and stirred. And we're going to bring over our peppers. We have our mixture, and we just start and go down the line. Stuffed and ready. My final step is the mozzarella cheese that I'm just going to sprinkle over. Right here. They look good, don't they? So I just take a little bit, maybe like, I don't know, a finger, well, you just grab some really. I don't really measure it. And then I just sprinkle some right on top, and it's okay if it falls because that's why I have the foil down so nothing will stick and burn and start smelling. So I just go through each one and I just add a little bit of cheese And his little thing is getting in the way. And yeah, they're tumbling over because I've got them so filled. And my yellow one here is like super huge. But that's okay. So we got cheese there. And this one is just falling over tremendously. I don't know why. As long as we got the cheese in there, we are good to go. So, there we go. And that is all to it. And now it is time for the oven, which is set at 375. And we're going to put them in there for roughly 30 to 35 minutes. So, time for them to get cooking. And again, you do not cover them. They do not get covered. They stay just like this, and you pop them straight in the oven. Oven ready to go. 375 for 35 minutes, and I've already set my timer right up there. So we'll see what they look like when they come out. Here is the finished product. Nice and tender peppers, which is what you want. The cheese is baked in nice and golden brown. And time to dig in, and you pair it with any side dish that you would like, because you've got your meat and you got your vegetables and your cheese. Everything is like right here, all rolled into one. So I usually just add one side to it, and there's our dinner. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys.